Join me for 5 advanced hip rotation exercises. Hip rotations with a band are such a great way to add a horizontal force to the rotation. So we're really getting a lot of stability for the pelvis through the abs. What you're thinking about is really turning through that front leg hip socket, and you're thinking about internally rotating on your way down, externally rotating on your way up, really working through that hip into internal rotation. So you're going to be getting a lot of great adductor, a lot of great abs, and a lot of great hips. Split stance rotations are a great way to add a squat in with that extra rotation component, and this is amazing for getting that glute max, because as you internally rotate on the way down, you really put a lot of length into your glute max, and then as you externally rotate on the way up, you maximally engage that glute max. So you can see here I'll have a very small stance from front to back. I'm weighting my front leg about 80% and back leg 20, and I'm coming straight down for that squat. So I'm really sitting into the hip on that front leg. So this is creating a lot of glute length and a lot of glute max activation. Low lunge hip shifts are such a great way to really sink into hip rotations. So in this low lunge you're holding, you are shifting through external and internal rotation in this really hip flex position. So I find that we are doing such an awesome movement here, but in so much hip flexion, I find it can really help to get that femur back in the socket and engage the adductor and just get quite a nice little burn. And I feel that this is such a great advanced hip rotation exercise. Hip hinge rotations are some of my favorite exercises. I think they're great for really being able to use that hamstring drag that's on the wall to help pull you into a really stable pelvis position. So your foot on the wall is pulling up on the wall, creating a bit of a hamstring drag. And then from here, you're going to twist into external and internal rotation on the leg that's on the ground. So you're really moving through that hip socket, creating a lot of rotation, and this is going to feel fabulous. Speed skaters are such a fun exercise to do, and they're really great at decelerating that hip rotation happening because you're having to handle those landing forces that are making you spin. So I find these are awesome for a more dynamic hip rotation exercise.